Okay, we're going to do more practice problems. Excuse me. All right, so we have 3 cars for every student. Okay, so we've got cars and we've got students. And that's how I'm going to make my ratio. So I have 3 cars for every student. So that's 1 student. All right, now it says how many cars, so I don't know how many cars for 1,200 students. Okay, so then I cross multiply, and x equals 3 times 1,200 is 3,600, or 3,600. So I need 3 cars for every student, so that means I have 3,600 cars for 1,200 students. Okay, let's look at this one. 12 tickets cost $15. Okay, so I'm going to do the number of tickets and the cost of the ticket. Okay, so 12 costs 15. 12 costs 15. I want to know how many I can get for $75. Okay, so I'm going to move over here to my calculator. I'm going to cross multiply. I've got 15x equals 12 times 75. Okay, which gives me 900. Then I go back and I'm going to divide both sides by 15. And 900 divided by 15 is equal to 60. Okay, so this tells me that for $75, I can get 60 tickets. Okay, now think about it a minute. 12 costs 15. Then if I look at multiplying 15 times 5, so I would do 12 times 5, so it's the same thing. In other words, I could say 15 times 5 is 75, so 12 times 5 would be 60, and that would be another way of arriving at the same answer. Okay, now let's do a comparison. I want to know which is the best buy, so in order to do that, I'm going to find the unit rate. So, first thing I've got to do, I've got 12 tickets for $15, or 20 tickets for $23. So what I want to do is I want to find the least common multiple, okay, between 12 and 20, because I've got to have something that both of these will multiply and get, because I can't do a comparison if I can't figure out the same number of tickets. So the least common multiple of 12 and 20. All right, in case we've forgotten how to do that. Whoops, sorry. Second quit. All right. Okay. Now, if I hit the math button, okay, now let's remember here. When I do math, I'm going to arrow over to number, and then I'm going to go down, and I see least common multiple, and then I hit enter. Okay, so the least common multiple then of 12 and 20 is 60. Okay, in other words, 60 is the smallest number that both 12 and 20 will divide into. Alright, so here's what I want to do then. I know that I have 12 tickets. So if I do the number of tickets over the cost, so I have 12 tickets for $15. And I've got 60 tickets now, and I don't know how much it's going to cost. Okay? Then for the 21, I would have 20 tickets for $23. And I'm going to have 60 tickets again, and I don't know how much it's going to cost. Okay? Now, okay, let's just think here a minute. Alright, so we're going to multiply. Now, instead of doing cross multiplying, let's look at the other way. 12 times 5 is 60. So, if I multiply 5 times 15, then that would give me the cost of 60 tickets. So, 60 tickets here cost $75. Okay? Now, over here, 20 times 3 is 60. Alright? So, if I multiply 23 times 3, then I'm going to get 69. Okay? Now, let's think a minute. I've got 60 tickets here that cost $69. So, how much is each ticket? Okay? So, if I take my 69, alright, and divide it by 60, the cost of each ticket would be $1.15. Okay? Now, I've got $75 here for 60 tickets. 75 divided by 60 is 1.25. Okay, so if I look at the unit comparison or the unit rate here, all right, at 12 tickets for $15 or 20 tickets for $23, I compare both of them at 60 tickets and see how much it costs, and then divide by 60 tickets to find the cost for each ticket. This one's $1.15. So it looks like 20 tickets for $23 would be more expensive. However, when we do our division here, we see that the 12 tickets for $15 actually gives us a unit rate of $1.25, and 20 tickets for $23 gives us a unit rate of $1.15. Just remember, when you're doing unit rate, you have to find the least common multiple of the number of items before you can actually go through and calculate the unit cost.